Grand Rise, Willie Whittle. It shall be dope. This is the pod. Let's get into it. So, today, Easter Sunday. I'm not religious, but Easter Sunday is representative of resurrection, of bringing new life back. If you're not familiar with the concept of Easter, it's when it's the statement of when Jesus died on the cross and he was resurrected after 3 days. Look it up to get more into it if you desire for the information. Absolutely. But for me, I'm taking the opportunity to talk about my essential resurrection. Right. What a couple years. What a couple years. And the fact that I've struggled with so many different things in my life, in this new life, gets me to this point. Like I'm recording, I'm talking to you guys, and this is it's dope. It's dope. It's dope as it shall be, right? I mean, as it shall be. But the best part is the fact that I get to relive, or I get to live a new life every day, like a new day. Every day it's new, is what I'm trying to say. Every day is new. I get up and I feel energized for the experiences that I'm getting ready to have, the people that I'm getting ready to meet, the things I'm getting ready to do. This was a good weekend already, and I hung out with some friends on Friday, some new friends, dope people. Thank y'all for having me, for sure. Like that was fire. We went to go see Sinners. I have nothing else to say about that. That movie is good. God, top tier movie. I'm not even a movie buff, but I was like every minute of it from start to finish. I was in it. So if you get an opportunity to check out Sinners, definitely Ryan Coogler movie. Michael B. Jordan's in it. Haley Steinfeld. Check it out. It's dope. But to get to my point, sometimes when I go places, I'm nervous. I'm very self conscious about me in space and stuff, and so I'm always nervous, right? And I wanted to speak on one thing that happened to me this day, because my oldest son, spoken to me. I was like in my head about, I'm a big dude, so I'll be like worried about my size and stuff, and I'm like, man, how I'm gonna fit in these seats and being in close quarters with a bunch of people, blah blah blah, stuff like that. And my oldest son, Jamani, he was like, Dad, you've been putting in the work. You've been putting in the work. So all of that other stuff, you need to be happy that you're where you're at. You're doing it, and it shows you've been putting in the work. You're there. You're in motion. It's happening. Like I'm proud of you. Just go have fun. And before I start crying, I'm like, man, that was sweet. But it was dope that my family, my son was like, he's old enough to like recognize and then pour into, right? And that's how I feel like the love and the generation being poured into, how I try to pour into others, how I pour into my family and my kids and stuff, and we try to move in this space where the growth happens from within, right? And it creates this resurrection. This let me get up and let me continue to move forward, right? Very dope things that just continue to make me grateful of what I have and motivate me to continue to push the discipline that I have. It's all the good things, like, and it's kind of funny because I know I talk on a lot of positive notes. Negative is heavy. Negative is heavy, and I don't want it. Like I don't want it. I'm trying to lose weight. You know what I mean? But my confidence is what's building. I'm rebuilding my confidence level. If people know, and whoever knows me knows that I'm like electric whenever I go into certain places, or I can be very awesome around certain people and just dynamic and change the flow of a room and stuff like that. I'm him. But internally, like, I struggle with some of that stuff. So, it's one of those things. So one of the things that I definitely heard early on last week was, there's some people who move with confidence that it can't fail. They move with They move with the confidence of, oh no, it's going to work. It's going to work, no problem. It's funny because the context that I heard it from was in contrast of white and black, which I'm really trying to get. I definitely want to make sure that our black people make it where we're supposed to go, but I definitely want to start getting away from the ideal that white and black creates a line. All right, so, but this statement, I want you guys to get, like, white people in business, when they pitch an idea to you, they'll be like, oh yeah, no, all you got to do is go over here, do this, do that, and do that. It's going to be fine. They already speak it into existence. They know, they believe it, right? When we talk about it, it's more, all right, yeah, but then we got to go do this, and then we got to go do that, and we got to go do this. And it's different. It's like we have to convince ourselves that that's a good plan for it to work. Like, and we don't move in the same confidence, right? So it's the confidence level that creates the certain level of what you speak into your life, what you speak into your life force. You got to speak it with confidence. You got to know what you're talking about. And this is coming from a guy who started a podcast because of how he felt, right? So now I'm in a place where speaking it into existence and being confident about it is part of my key disciplines in life. Like, you have to know that you have to know that it could be there. You have to know that it could be there. And if not, have the faith and push, right? And like I said, I'm not a religious person, but Easter is built off the faith. Like, whether it's a true lie, whether it's a false truth, either way it goes, and both of those are tools. True lies and false truth are tools to deceive. But I'm not. But from a not negative perspective, they're also taught to help people believe in something. You know what I mean? So whether you have faith, whether you don't, in religion, you still have to believe in what's in your heart. You still got to believe in your path. You still have to believe that as you continue to walk this path, it's going to take you somewhere that you've earned. That you've earned. If my positivity is going to get me to a different place, then I'm on the way. I'm on the way. I don't know what that place looks like. I can't even tell you what I'm going to do today. Like, I got a plan, but I might end up taking a left turn and going somewhere else that's not on the plan. Like, who knows? I might end up running into somebody that's super dope. Who knows? Like, we don't know, so we just got to believe it. Like, we believe that we're about to live the next minutes of our life to our fullest. And essentially, that's what the belief system is about. Right? It's about the confidence. It's about the push. What can you do as you walk down this path? I'm just happy. I'm a happy dude nowadays, and I think that the me reliving this portion of my life, me embracing the sunlight that's coming into my life, me embracing the difficult hurdles, the hard, the easy days, all of the things. It is what it is, right? I'm loving it. It's dope. I'm loving it. I heard this girl the other day say this was she said her trainer told her this. She said the things that you do. She said, let me get it right. She said excuses allow you to put the easy things on today and the hard things on tomorrow. Discipline allows you to put the hard things on today to create an easier tomorrow. Create discipline. I'm simply in awe about that statement because it helps you put in perspective that if you say, if I was the one that said, I'm not recording today, I'm not going to do this today, then what does my tomorrow look like? It probably looks stressful. It probably looks like I'm adding to a list that was already sitting there. And then at some point, I'm going to make a schedule to say, attack the list, right? Now, and me personally, I'm in a forum that says, I have dates where I'm doing stuff, but just go do it. Go do it. Like, what's stopping me from doing it, right? We have so much potential throughout the day, so much potential throughout the week. No need to be stressed about stuff. It's going to be fun. And if not, it can't be the worst, right? There's some things that can be worse, and we don't want to wish those into existence. We just want to say, enjoy life, because unfortunately things happen, and fortunately things happen. So you never know. It's a good day. It's a good day. For the other people who believe in certain things, it's also 420. So there's that. Turn up if you wish. Be safe about it. Be safe, be smart. I'm excited. I don't know. I just keep saying I'm excited because my life is in a different trajectory, and I know that I had a base of what to talk about, but the main thing I want to talk about is like me resurrecting my life into a different place, me being able to get up, to go, to do, to enjoy, to make the plans, to go do something else. One of my friends yesterday, one of my best friends, spoke into me yesterday also, and I love the fact that my circle is speaking into me, because I think that's the energy that I've been giving out, right? It was about me thinking about this move, right? I'm like, man, I want to go do this, and I'm like, but as soon as I said but, they're like, nope, we're not doing that. I'm not letting you do that. Like, no, what's stopping you? What's on your mind? No, change that. Go do it. Go do it. You deserve it. And it's not the you deserve it part that got me. It was the fact that you've been making the plan and now you're going to stop. Imagine if you make all the plans and then you stop from what you're doing now. Guess where you'll be? And it's like, ooh, that was a blow. So get up, go do it. If you're not going to do it, if you're not going to do that, you definitely need to plan something else and do it. But you need to follow through with one of these plans. And I said, you know what? Let me get on up and get it together. The doubt, the feeling of self-doubt was right there in my face. And I'm like, no, let me not do that. And sometimes I need my circle to help me with that. So make sure that you keep people around you. And I know this is probably me like thinking about some the old statements that I would say or whatever. But make sure the people around you can do that for you. Make sure they can do that for you as you do that for them. On another note, funny note, let me get into some funny stuff. Me and my guy was talking the other day, and I said I was driving, and I drove past some of my neighbors, and I waved. Now I did this like I don't know, if you check out the video, you see my hands, but it's like and it's like this half hand open peace sign something. Looks like I was like, getting ready to do a John Moran or something and I was like, hey, and it was like this super old man wave that I remember seeing like, down the street, Mr. Charlie or something like that doing like, or my man Huckabuck when he was living on the street back on Pickwa days. It was like, hey, like what what is that? Like I was like, dang, is that my my unk wave, or is that's my granddaddy wave? Like. So I had to get it together like, man, hey, this this resurrection, this rebirth, and this, rebranding of myself, I better get me a better wave, because that one's going to say like, hey, I'm 65 years old, and every time I do it, I gain another gray hair, you know what I mean? So I got to be cognizant of that. I don't want to, get too old too fast, and next thing I know, I'll be walking around in, jeans, shorts, flip-flops, and a wife beater sitting on the porch talking about can I get my lemonade and rocking chair? Never mind, I'm not going to go down that path with it, but y'all know what it is. And if I'm blessed to see that time frame, then so be it, right? Everybody, just enjoy yourselves. Be safe. Love is love. Like, that's the statement. I want everybody to find peace. Peace is definitely the mission. Peace has always been the mission. Sometimes you got to go through chaos to find peace. Either way it goes, walk down that path with love in your heart, and it shall be dope. Y'all have a blessed day. Happy Easter, everybody.